How Dek becomes the wolf. Predator Badlands. Let's talk about it. So I want to pick up this Predator Badlands video on the planet after Dek has been exiled. So while he's on this planet, he's trying to fend for himself, doing all the things that predators do, a bit of hunting. And he's obviously on his quest to find the Kolosk. And along his way, he stumbles across the human synthetic. And she tries to teach him in subtle ways how, the planet can be used to his advantage, how different things on the planet counter other different things. And he's taken it all on board, these little bits of information, he's taken it in subtly, but it's kind of against his will. He kind of like, she's talking, and he's forced to listen. But some of it must go in. And from that, he's sat around with her, and eventually she opens up about some earth culture, and she describes the wolf to him, and how the wolf is only as strong as the pack, and how the oldest and wisest wolf looked after everyone, was the wisest in the intelligence. I mean, he even jokes, he even says like, I want to be the wolf that kills the most, and they kind of have a little joke about it, but it's not the concept she was going for, but that's how he took it. But over time, as the film unfolds and different events happen, he learns that he needs to use the planet and use the environment to help him succeed in his mission. He starts to care. Again, something that we already knew he had in him, because he cared about his brother and he was devastated when his father sent him away. So once the Kolosk was captured, he found it in his heart to go and save it, because it's part of his pack now. And he then goes and he finds the worm that goes on his shoulder like the spitty gun, and he gives it flies, and in the end it becomes like a symbiotic thing. It's willing to work for him because he's working with it. And it's lots of little things like that. Like he used the razor glass as a weapon as well. He used the planet's environment. He was switching on to become one with the planet. He was evolving. And it's not something that the other predators would do, because they think their way is the only way and hunting's the only way. They wouldn't even see working with others as an idea. To them, that would be total weakness. And then obviously a bit later on, there's the human, well, I say human connection, it's not a human connection, it's a predator connection. But the Kolosk mother, once they free it, he puts his head against it, and you can see that there's total connection there. He's at what is accepted. It's like they've accepted him into his family. I mean, the baby had already had, because it had spat on him and he'd spat back and all of that. But that was part of family. He didn't need his real father anymore. He'd found his own little group. And yeah, it's like, and when the mum exploded, this is one thing that film did really good. When the mum exploded, you were devastated. You were like, this creature, somehow you cared about it. You were actually like, oh my God, and the little one's left without its mum now. It was actually quite heartbreaking when she just exploded, and yeah, especially after the connection they just had. So again, that shows that Dek had heart, because he was connecting once more. And I think this part of the film, the middle part, was all about him connecting. It was connecting with the world, connecting with other animals. And to be fair, he was connecting with other cultures. It's something that their race would never do. They wouldn't look at Earth and think, oh, we can learn something from it. They'd look at Earth and say, we can conquer them. Our way is stronger. Our way is the only way we can conquer them. So yeah, this episode is basically about Dek became the wolf. He became the leader of the pack. He became the one that they all worked together. They were a unit. They looked after each other. So, yep, that's what I wanted to get across. Take care, my friend, and I'll catch you next time.